Alright, we should be good. Like usual, let me check it real fast. Welcome in, everybody. Yeah, we're good. So, tonight we are basically just going to be continuing harvest that we started last week. And we'll take it from there, kind of see what we can do. Subcountry farmer. I just gotta make sure everything's good. I'm a little late, I know. I was busy watching WWE. I haven't watched it in years. I used to watch it when I was like really young, and for some reason, I don't know why I got back into it. But alright, we'll just go ahead and get in here. I moved the combine back to this, what's up, Braden? To test out some of the corn animations, even though we were doing corn last time, but this was planted a little bit differently. We didn't plant this with the Kinsey. And it has a couple of different, challenges, or some bigger ditches and things like that. But overall, yeah, the No Creek Farms precision planting, I'm still thoroughly impressed, and I know we've talked about it before, but I'm impressed with how good this come out. So tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central, which would be 10 a.m. Eastern, we've got part 4 of the 1980s roleplay. Did a little switching up on it, so this will be an interesting video. We'll see how that goes over. A couple of last videos haven't done insanely good, but how's everybody tonight? Yeah, like I said, I know we're farm boy. I know we're late, but it's just kind of how today worked out. I had to go run and do some errands. Went and looked at a new pistol, Smith & Wesson. Not Smith & Wesson. I don't know why I said that. Springfield Hellcat. It is. You can get it in 9mm. But I was looking at. So today we did that, and then yeah. So that's why we're on late. Spend some time with family. Like I said, it's the holidays. It's a little more rough to put content out. We're managing. Like I said, we got a video coming out tomorrow, 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern, and then I'll probably try to film one video, but I will be away from home until next Thursday after Tuesday. So I'll only be gone for like 3 days. And of course, after the first year, I'll make. So anyway, we just got this little field of corn we're taking out right now, and then we're gonna switch over to the soybeans because we haven't done soybeans yet. Well, we started on soybeans. We were doing soybeans, and then we took a break. Or we didn't take a break, but we ended it. We got a couple of pieces of new equipment to show y'all too once we get done. Don't really know how long I'm going to be on here for. Tired at all, so I guess we'll just go until the live slows down or we don't have anybody up in here interacting. So, like I said, we're getting this little bit of corn out because it was stuck behind a bean field, and I put a couple of rows of corn to get into the field. And then, actually, if you look up here to the left, there's an entrance, and I hadn't seen the entrance, so when I planted the field in the precision planting, if you plant soybeans and then you plant corn over it, or vice versa, it's going to be like real life. They're both going to come up. So back over there by the entrance, we had soybeans growing and corn. It was a cluster. We got some. Anywho, hope you guys are having a good holiday. I'm assuming all you guys are probably off for break. Oh, can't see. A little spin out. What's going on, Happy? How have you been? Oh, there's a 50% full beat. Oh, I've got a float in here. Alright, we only got like one or two more passes on this. Like I said, we planted this just to plan it. I had another field on the east side of this, I believe. What's up, Tristan? How are you guys doing? Game volume's loud. Let me go in here and turn it down. Am I missing it? It's up above, isn't it? Down. Happy, you have to let me know how that goes. Yeah, I noticed a couple of times, one of the first times I streamed, or first couple of times, it was loud. Oh, Farm Boy, yeah, I liked your video idea. Yeah, Happy, you'll have to let me know how it sounds. I noticed, like, on some of the baling equipment, it gets pretty loud. And then there's a few tractors here and there. Something I kind of have to forever play with, especially when doing different kind of videos and different stuff. If it's too quiet, let me know. If it's too loud, let me know. A lot better? Okay, thanks. Yeah, I noticed it. I think one of the first streams I did, I noticed, like, if my parents are home or something and I'm trying to, like, not be quiet, but trying to, like, monitor the voice, it's a little too quiet, and then I noticed, like, the game volume can get a bit loud. Alright, so we got done with this field. I think we will start on some soybeans. We've got soybeans up by the shop where we left off last time, but I basically moved because I wanted to do some other stuff to, like I said, test out some other stuff. But we got the honeybee header up here, so I guess we could run back up to the shop, finish those beans, and show some new equipment, because, like I said, I don't know how long I'll be on. And I ran into that. This is what happens when you don't pay attention. We'll go ahead and fold the corn header. I guess we'll run it back up there, and then we'll come back and grab the soybean head. Well, it doesn't really make much sense to do that. We'll just start on these soybeans. How about that? We'll start on the soybeans. Just hate to actually just put this on the ground randomly in real life, but it kind of is what it is. Alright. Disconnect the PTO, and then, yeah, we'll drop it. So we'll come over here. This is going to be tight putting this head on. Yeah, like I was talking about last time we were streaming, I would love for somebody to either make a mod or Farming Simulator make it where the feeder house can actually go up and down, because it's frustrating-ish. It's frustrating to not be able to manually lower the feeder house. I wish you could, because I mean, like, obviously in a real combine you're able to lower the feeder house up and down. So alright, got that on. We should be ready to go. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to back this all the way up. Well, I guess we can we'll move the truck. Which we need to. I've got a couple semis that have soybeans in it. We need to bring those down if we're gonna start this. Tristan, it's No Creek Farms. Yeah, Keaton's guys, No Creek. It's got the oh, what am I saying? It's got the precision planting, or row crop, I should say. Which, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. It's been good, Sam. How's your day been? Like I was saying, if somebody correct me if I'm wrong, there's only right now, I think there's only 3 or 4 planters out for the precision map like this. And I don't know, there might be another precision map. Or if somebody's made one. But this was the one that jumped out in the grab I've heard people talk about for a little bit. This map is getting popular, and then Alma has been real popular. We should set up a multiplayer server so we could play. Yeah. Happy, you can, I don't know why that... Interesting, I don't know why that didn't let me harvest that. Anywho, yeah, we can... Yeah, row crop ready. Tristan, my bad, I don't know what I said. I'm multitasking, reading, talking, and trying to pay attention to my screen all at the same time, so... Yeah, Happy, message me on Discord. And we can set something up, that'd be fun. It'd be fun, like I said, yeah. And I think some of us talked about this the other day, setting up a multiplayer server while we stream. We could all play. I don't quite know why that's not harvesting. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's because I was going up on. It might be because I was going up on the edge. Yeah, if you guys haven't, check out Happy. I shouted him out the other day. Vice versa, he makes really good videos. Happy, I just realized your logo is the Iowa State colors. I just now picked up on that. No, I'm not in Happy's Discord server. Happy, if you want to send me that, I'll get up in that server too. Yeah, like I said, the whole Discord thing for me is... Me and my buddies in high school, we all had Discord. But, yeah, don't really know how to work it that well. Yeah, Happy, like I said, he can just message me and I can join the Discord and I can hop in there sometime, or we can figure it out. Like I said, I was on a call with somebody the other night, and it's like, I gotta get my Discord server all corrected out, because it's, yeah. At one point there was something where everybody joined a voice channel, it was like push to talk only, so I worked that out, and now it's like I think anybody can join and talk while I'm in there, but it's, yeah. Got some research to do for sure, but like I said, I wasn't going to do the Discord until we got, you know, a certain amount of subscribers, but kind of jumped the gun early because it is a good way to communicate with everybody. Oh, you watch Tristan Farms too? Yeah, Tristan's got good videos also. Yeah, like I said, I was planting this the other day, or I didn't plant it. I hired a helper, and they planted this entire soybean field and then the cornfield. Like there's certain maps that have such big fields that unless I'm running like a DB120. Okay, you sent the link to my Discord teams. All right, I'll get that. And like I said, there's not like a DB120 where I'm moving along. I'm most of the time, unless there's multiple people, I'm not gonna plant all that on my own because. And especially in like a video, that's the bad thing in videos, if you got a huge field, because you're only going to show a minuscule amount of it most of the time. But nonetheless, and yeah, I didn't spray these fields. I know somebody last time was saying I had a weedy field. I wasn't really worrying about that. I was just getting the field ready so we could stream. And then I have, there's a North Carolina map, I can't remember what it. Somerville? No, I don't think that sounds right. What's up, Little Farms? Yeah, there's a North Carolina map that I've got technically kind of for like, I did the video over bailing on it, but it's also kind of a live stream map. I've been using this one as a live stream map also, but do I like to make older or new? New or old style videos? I'd probably say older. I like older equipment. I think a lot of people get caught up on newer, bigger, badder, and it is crazy because you can get a lot more done with that equipment, and it's impressive how far we've come. But yeah. Older equipment, especially diagnosing problems, is a lot more straightforward. You don't have all the computers and wires. Most of the time in real life, you break something electrical, you're gonna have to call somebody. Back then, you can most of the time, diagnose it yourself, or to the best of your ability. But nonetheless, have grown leaps and bounds, so that's about all you can ask for. But yeah, older style videos are fun to make, I will say. I find older style videos a little more challenging, especially when you're doing eras. You have to pay a lot more attention to, I'd say, like years. Like if you're doing a 1980s, like I've been doing, you really got to pay attention to the equipment you use. Like I said, I try to be as realistic as I can, but with some mods, there's only so much you can do. Like I was setting up a 1960s roleplay for y'all, and then I realized I had a few mods I should have probably downloaded, so that might be something to keep an eye for. We might make a video or two on some 1960s, because I have some mods that are super old equipment from the 60s that I haven't gotten to use. Which is when my great-grandpa actually started farming around the 60s, 50s, 60s, so a couple of those combines I've seen pictures of and stuff, so. But thank you. I'm glad you like them. The new one, I will say, is a shock. There's a little shocker. Well, throwing it up. If you can go look at the title. It premieres tomorrow. But yeah, we're gonna have a little mix-up in it, something different. And I've been trying to venture out of just like planting and soybean and corn harvest. Trying to get some other stuff. Like I said, part of it is kind of experimenting. You're always gonna have videos that don't do that great, but that doesn't mean that they're not good. It's just a lot of people love the harvest. Which harvest time is awesome. Everybody loves harvest. Some people like planting more. People like harvest. Soybeans are fun. Corn's fun. Wheat's fun. Which this field kind of like splits. Which in real life, most of the time you could split these. Do I farm in real life? No. I work for, well, sort of. I don't really know how to explain that. I kind of farm, if that's how you put it. yeah, I don't really know how to explain. I work for Corteva Agriscience. Not that that explains a whole lot, but it's, yeah. So yes, I run combines, planters, sprayers, everything else. Small farming. Sam, you live on a farm? Your parents' farm, I'm guessing? Grandparents? Parent? You said there's a DB60 for... Okay, and then there's 1770. I didn't know that. Nice, Keaton, thanks. Oh, they're both for 24 rows, gotcha, okay. I have to look at that, I didn't see. You've been up in an 8230 case combine, your dad's? Yeah, that's nice. At work, I have a little bit older school, 2366. A lot of you probably wouldn't be around that. I mean, you've probably heard of that. There's a really good, I think Caesarius Modding does the 2388 and the 2366. But that's a super good mod. That combine is, they have done a wonderful job on that mod. That combine mod is absolutely insane. We just came out with headers for it too, or brand new, newish headers. Then there's a couple of header carts that came out, but like I said, the header carts, and I don't know if it's my part, but there's a couple of unpreferred header carts that came out, and when you set the head on the mod, if you go too far, it gets stuck. So when you try to raise it up, it doesn't necessarily work, so. Which looks like I skipped some of this. We're only 59% full. We should be able to reach it around. Soybeans take forever to fill up a hopper anyways. That's another thing too. There's a couple of these maps that, like I said, the deer mods, they're nice. I like that they have, wildlife. Dairy farmer, it is No Creek. But the thing about, it seems a lot of the maps that have the deer mods in it, the deer like to float. So you can look up random times and it seems like there's deer that just kind of float, which I guess is not a problem. Yeah, Keaton's got it, dairy farmer, you can look it up. It's row crop ready and it's No Creek. I noticed a lot of people also are asking what map the 1980s roleplay is on, and I believe it's Iowa. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody can go check that for me. I think it's an Iowa map. I could probably tab out and tell you guys, but we're going strong here, so we'll leave it. Yeah, I'm wanting to say it's an Iowa map. Could be wrong. Like I said, I've had problems with that map where, like I said, the sell point is one grain silo or grain bin, and I noticed I started pouring into that grain bin, and it was pouring on the ground. So I went over that if you guys were in the last stream. Essentially, we put a sell point in front of the grain bin. No, it's not super realistic, but it's literally the only sell point in the map. So it is what it is, but it's still a good map. I like it. I think it's a map that really does fit a 1980s-ish roleplay. So we'll go ahead and we'll drive this combine up here, and we'll go grab a truck or not. We'll clean this up too. This is what do I like Case or John Deere better? Well, I don't really. I think if you like Happy says, if you go and look at my videos, I think most people would assume that I was a Case guy, because I think every single video I've come out with, which is about 12, 15 now, something like that, they're all Case tractors minus one or two. But like I said, I use both at work. I will say, haven't been up in a lot of John Deere combines, but the 2366 combine I've been in has made great impressions for Case. So, like I said, everybody's got their own opinions. I know a lot of people who use green, and I know a lot of people who use red. But a lot of that too, you got to remember, it's all about service. Whoever is closer with service, and who can get your fastest stuff fixing is gonna be, you know, like if you're in the middle of a town and the only thing you have is Case, what's up, Diesel? Then you're gonna go over. So we're gonna tab over, and we'll grab this semi, and we'll run the semi down here. But yeah, this is where we left off last time. If you guys remember, we were up here doing this soybeans. I decided to move down here, change up things a little bit. How you doing, Diesel? Yeah. So Sam, I don't really know. I would say old school tractors, John Deere's, they look really good, but yeah, the thing about John Deere's, I would say tractor wise, John Deere's more user friendly. I've always stood by that, but I mean they all, every single brand has pros and cons. Like everybody knows that one of the best wheat combines is a Gleaner combine, but everybody also knows that it's pretty much, you put it in soybeans and or corn, you're just gonna plant cover crop. That's not a shot at any Gleaner fan, by the way. But you said like Squad and Buck like John Deere. Yeah, they like John Deere. You guys argue over tractor brands all the time. Yeah, Happy, I don't know. You might be losing that battle with Grant, Buck, and Nate. They're all John Deere guys, aren't they? I know Grant. Obviously, Grant's a John Deere guy. That's what he has on his farm. Yeah, because I know he started off with, he bought that first tractor was green. All right, we've got this down here now, so we'll go ahead and we'll wrap it around. We'll grab the grain cart. Nate's in the mid. Like I said, there's pros and cons to both. There really is. At the end of the day, it's all about what service you can get and how good your service provider is. Some people have bad experiences. Yeah, I am the only one that likes Case and Chevy. They all like John Deere and Ford. I have a GMC right now, so not really by my choice either. I started off with I had an 04 Dodge Ram 1500 single cab SLT V8. Had Flowmaster 40s on it. It sounded good, but I blew the transmission in a Sonic parking lot, so that's about how you can imagine it go. Case and Chevy on top. Alright, so we'll go ahead and unload into here. Like I said, this Brent mod, I'm shaky on it. Love the 800 bushel, but the thing about it is it's weird. Like the paint on it's almost pastel. It kind of looks odd, but yeah. Tristan, yeah, Dodge, Cummins is really good. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of people that are not gonna agree with me on that, but Cummins and Dodge, they run pretty good. But Ford has always been pretty reliable. Like I said, that's all opinion based. Somebody might have a bad experience with a Dodge and then hate Dodge and love Chevy. You know, it's just, unfortunately, that happens a lot. You like Ford, Chevy? Oh, you like them all, Sam. There's nothing wrong with that. You can like it, a little bit of everything. I like a little bit of everything. Other than like a Honda Ridgeline. Don't ever like Honda Ridgeline. Honda Ridgelines are like somehow an El Camino but worse. Not that El Camino's bad. They had a lot of power behind an El Camino. But yeah, I will say, like, when it comes to the Case IH and International versus John Deere, like I've always said, the MX-180 is my favorite tractor of all time. So that is Case. That doesn't mean I'm 100% a Case guy. I like the way they run. And like, one of the coolest things is if you go in Kansas City, there's basically a big farm. It's like a farm progress show-ish, but it's indoors. And it displays a lot of different equipment. And it's pretty big. It's one of the biggest. It's in Kansas City, Missouri. And then Farm Machinery Show, obviously. Alright, we'll go ahead and get up in here and unload, and then we'll head back at it. Your dad owns 2 Fords and a Dodge we farm. I think Ford is my favorite because we have 5 Ford trucks on my farm. Good lord. Yeah, I know family that has a lot of Ford trucks on their farm. The thing about all those old trucks though is they just stick around, dude. Like, parts start getting scarce for them, but everything back then was made so differently than it is now. My only case was made in England and is terrible for parts. Interesting, farm boy. What kind of case is it? Didn't mean to do that. My bad, guys. All right, we'll put it in. We'll go back at it. But yeah, I don't know. They all have their pros and cons. There's a machinery show in Lincoln, Nebraska you went to. Yeah, I would say biggest one is definitely Farm Machinery Show in Louisville, Kentucky. Haven't been to that, put it on your bucket list. And then I know there's a big one in Kansas City, Missouri, and then Farm Progress Show is huge. Oh, it's a 215 Puma. Yeah, we have at my work. We run 3 Pumas on all of the planters. They're 8-row Kinseys, but they're power planters, so it's for plots. Pioneer seed. We'll head back here and start chipping away at the back part of this so we can get this freed up. The only thing I'll say about like the CVTs in those is they're kind of jumpy. Until you get like a good hang of them, the CVTs are kind of jumpy. I know a lot of people who have the Pumas and the other mid-sizes that they've got those CVT transmissions in them, and I don't know. I had a car at one point that had a CVT transmission in it. Okay, yeah, I see that now. I see your profile pic. Yeah, I had a car that had a CVT transmission in it, and it was just weird. It's like you could stomp on the gas, let off the gas, and stomp on again, and almost like essentially grab a gear. I mean, a CVT transmission is nothing but basically like a big rubber band, essentially. Alright, we're chipping back away at it. We have 2 4-wheel drive Steigers and Magnums and a Farmall M and one more. I forgot what's called. Yeah, Farmall M's, dude. One of my great grandpa's first ever tractor was a Farmall H, and he passed away, and basically they quit farming, and then they joint farmed with another family, and then they quit that recently. But yeah, start off with the Farmall H, and I actually know where it is. It's restored, and my cousin owns it, and he's got to be like early 80s. So eventually, I'd like to get that back in my hands, because it was kind of something that when they got rid of it, they didn't know that I would have wanted, because I was like a little baby. But diesel am I in need of a mod? I don't think right this second. Like I said, I don't really know how to work that anyways. I would say sure, but like I said, I'm still all new to this. Yeah, we'll just try to work on this back, and then we'll go over there. I downloaded a couple of pieces of new equipment, and we'll go showcase those. Picked up a few things. You use the Farmall M for grind and feed. Yeah, I know the Farmall M's got a little bit bigger of a back wheelbase width, a little more horsepower, a little bit overall bigger frame. For a while, I kind of wanted to purchase one. I was thinking about buying just like an antique tractor puller, but yeah, not really necessary, so haven't looked into that. I know like an Oliver 88 that was like kind of I got a neighbor who has 3 of them, row crops. Those tractors work pretty well for grind and feed. They seem to do the job just fine. Yeah, I know that the Farmall M's and the H's and all those were, they had a bunch of different. They had like the MT. A lot of them started out as gas, and they had a couple that came out in diesel, I believe. Don't quote me on that. What color are Sam? What color are the Steigers? Because I know there's been a bunch of different color Steigers. I know a couple of farmers that had Steigers I grew up around. They've been sold off, and I haven't seen them since. And you do see a lot of Steigers around, like construction sites, using levelers and things, moving dirt. Oh, it's red? Yeah. Okay, I figured as much, but I've seen different colored ones. How does everybody feel about me using the honeybee head on this? I know last time, this is the thing, like around where I'm from, majority of farmers use MacDon. Or there's a couple others, but we have a MacDon dealership and a couple places that work on them, so a lot of people use them, and their draper system's really good. But I know there's a couple people in here last time were hating on the honeybee head. I don't know why. Honeybee head is awesome for 30 grand, yeah. Diesel, I've never, like I said, I don't know. They're not common around here. I don't know if they're more so pushed out west, but we don't have any farmers got them around here, so never used it, Sam. I mean, it's good on game. The only thing I would say that's kind of jank about it, especially on the game, is just the way it's transported. When I first got it, and I mean, I'd seen a video before hooking it up. What fields do I own? 21, 23, 24, 19, 20, 18, and 8. So yeah, happy there's 22 through 29 and a bunch of other ones that are for sale. Like that, not basically the right side of the map's open. It's all in wheat right now, and I know I'm in the wrong month to be harvesting soybeans. But yeah, like I was saying, the way in real life they've got it to a T, but the way it's set up in real life is just weird. It's not a header cart. It's kind of essentially like the international heads they've got, like the 45-foot draper that essentially has its own foldable, transport, but this one hooks up on the back and the front. Oh, Diesel, you're just using it on farm sim. Nothing wrong with that. I would hope nobody based real life on farm sim, though. That'd be kind of messed up. We have the foldable 40-foot bean head brand. Yeah, like I said, most people use MacDon, and most of the John Deere guys just use the John Deere. Some of those John Deere, a couple of the locations I went to harvest this past couple months ago, they had a couple of big 45 foot bean heads, and those things, the new John Deere technology on the bean head has actually come a long way. Case head? Okay, gotcha. I think he means foldable as in like it's got it's got wheels that can fold out, and you don't have to have a header cart for it. Now, overseas, there is a few actual legit foldable bean heads. I've never seen any in the States, but yeah, there's legit a couple of actual foldable bean heads that I've seen pictures of overseas. And I'm wanting to say, this past summer, they had a John Deere picture came out, and I don't remember how many rows it was, but I want to say it was 24 row corn header or more. I don't think it was your typical row spacing, but it was massive. They had it on an X9, and you could tell it was just all, I'm pretty sure it was about all that combine could take. Yeah, like I said, there's no really rhyme or reason to these beans. We're just kind of going on. And essentially, you can kind of cut beans whichever way you want to. Okay, so Sam, yeah, it's like that. So yeah, basically in the back side of the header, it's got the two wheels that fold out, and then the front basically acts like a hitch, and it puts little like almost twin looking wheels down the front. It's just like in Farming Simulator. They did pretty good replication of it, and it folds up all neat. Like I said, I don't know how. I'm sure. I mean, obviously it's stable. I don't know how stable it would be compared to an actual header cart or header trailer heading down the road. But like obviously when you're pulling like the honeybee header and it's flying all over the place in Farming Simulator, you're most of the time also going 50 mile an hour. What's up, Rank? Yeah, Sam, it's nice. I figured as much. Now when it comes to corn heads, I know a lot of people just run whatever brand they have. So most of the time if it's like a Case IH, you're just running a Case IH head. Now I know some people run like Garenhoff. Sorry if I butchered that. Or Drago. I know a lot of people who use the GTs. And then I think there's one other. There's another big brand corn head that a lot of people use. How do I feel about the Fendt and the Kloss tractors in the States? The Fendt, we actually have, there's a place called Ag Revolution that's southern Indiana, Kentucky-ish. And they have a lot of Fendts. There's a lot of people who really like them. I don't know if you guys have seen the Blake Shelton the Blake Shelton commercial where he's in a Fendt, but yeah, I don't know. You have Drago? Yeah, those are nice. I've heard a lot of good things about those. But like I was saying, Kloss, I don't know anybody who uses those in the States. I haven't seen them. But like I said, I'm from southern Indiana, so I've seen there's Fendts are starting to become popular around here. Like I said, there's a dealership, so there's been farmers testing them out. I actually have a picture of one burn up in a field. Engine, I want to say engine block cracked or something. I can't remember exactly what happened, but it caught on fire. But yeah, like I said, the Kloss I've never seen one in the States. I mean, I've seen them at like Farm Machinery Show in Kentucky. They have them on display, but yeah, I've never seen anybody use them. But Fendt around here, we've got there's a seed service called Womack Seeds, and yeah, they basically, I don't know if they contract them, but they have the new ideals. When I was working at a different company, about every other day you'd see a brand new ideal on a trailer flatbed. Just go hauling by. So that's pretty neat. Those combines are massive. You live above you. I'm in Kentucky. Are you in Central Kentucky? Around where? You're in Wisconsin. I've only seen one place. Yeah. I don't know what regions in the U.S. would run those, but I don't think they're super popular over here. You've seen a couple of Fenton Claw Steelers in the Illinois. I don't know that I've seen. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I think a few times that I was over harvesting in Illinois, because we go clear over by pretty much St. Louis, and I wanted to say I saw a couple. So yeah, but yeah, Fent's getting popular in the States. There's a lot of people who like them. I think they're pushing them. Don't know how long that'll last. They are weird looking tractors. They're pretty slick looking though. I'm not gonna lie, they're pretty slick. Oh, you're in Central Kentucky? Okay. I've been over there a few times, not a whole lot. Went to college in technically super western Kentucky. Most people think western Kentucky and think a different state or a different city, but no, I'm like, went to college super southern. Pretty much Tennessee border. Tennessee-Kentucky border is where I went to college. You don't like the UK stuff, not trying to be rude? Yeah, I don't have problems with foreign tractors, but especially when I'm in Farming Sim, I like to keep it American. Before Farming Simulator had but 2 pieces of actual American equipment, because obviously they're not an American company. So playing Farming Simulator for the longest while, and I'm sure like Happy can probably relate to this, but it was not necessarily a pain, but I'll never forget when they like first brought in John Deere on the game, and they first brought in Kinsey. Even back before I was having a ton of mods and stuff, it was kind of nice, because you could start off playing the game and you knew mods were coming, but you had a good bit of American stuff to use, and that was nice to see. And then before Farming Simulator and before Grant and them released their game, there was another one. I think Farming USA. Is that what it was? Anybody ever play Farming USA? I remember playing that when I was younger. You hate the European stuff too. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of strong opinions on that. They've had some good stuff come out, honestly, overseas that we've kind of adapted. You played on console until FS19, so I had almost no. Yeah. So Happy can definitely relate. It was a struggle for a long time. Yeah, Farming USA was fun. And fun fact: so Farming USA was made, I'm wanting to say, by Bowen Games. And Bowen Games, essentially where I went to high school. Where I went to high school, my high school agriculture teacher roomed with the creator in college, I'm wanting to say. So it was always kind of cool playing that, because somebody I knew was really close with the creator. You started on FS15? Yeah, I'm wanting to say my first one was, I think, you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong, but I think 2011. 2011 had one, yes, no? It was around there. It was either 13 or 11, but it was like, because I remember it was on PlayStation 3. So yeah, and what year did USA 2 come out? Happy, do you remember? I really don't remember. I remember when the first one came out, but I don't remember when the second one came out. And then the creator of the Farming USA games also had the tractor pulling game. That was good. Yeah, I don't know. I could probably check. I don't remember. I have to get on my phone, so incoming some reversing. But yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, he can't remember either. I'll look it up real fast. Farming USA 2. I don't know. I don't know if it says it. It was a while back. That's all I know. It says copyright was 2021 Bowen Games, so it was probably around 2020. Could be like 2019, because I'd have been a senior in high school. I think that sounds about right. We're starting to get pretty full. We'll keep going. We pretty much took off headlands, so yeah, we pretty much did. We'll go grab the hog wagon. Yeah, which the V800, the 800 bushel on this it looks pretty good. I will say the MX180, this mod, love it, but the whistle of the turbo is pretty good. Pretty loud. Pretty high pitched too, so in videos, like when I use this one, it's been a little bit of struggle finding where the healthy medium is. 5 years ago, yeah, something like that. Which also, no shade to the Farming USA games, but Grant's game, and I know there's a little more technology that's went behind Grant's game, but his game is really impressive, so. And like I said, for the price, I can't remember what the Farming USA games pricing were. But Grant's pricing on his game is great. A lot of pay to win in Farming USA too. Yeah, I mean, you gotta understand though, those guys put a lot of work into it. Yeah, it does cost a lot, but that's how they gotta get paid, especially if they try to make a living off of it. Unfortunately, that's how a lot of games are. Your pay to win games are most essentially like Call of Duty and Fortnite and other things, so you hate to see it in pretty much any sporting game. Any modern sports game is definitely pay to win. Don't know if any of you guys play any other video games other than Farming Simulator, but sports games are definitely pay to win. You love American farming? Yeah. I made two kind of videos showcasing it. Like I said, I've been putting a lot of time into Farming Simulator. I've bought a new PC, so I intend on getting my use out on my PC. So no problem with American farming. It's just I personally, with what I just bought, would rather play Farming Simulator. It is fun, yeah, it is really fun. It's got a lot of good features in it. It's realistic too, and a lot of, like I've said before, a lot of the animations are really good. Yeah, it's a very nice mobile game, and it doesn't play. Sometimes some of those games, when you get the higher graphics and stuff, can play kind of shaky, a little laggy, but that game plays pretty smooth. So yeah, lots of cool things come soon. Yeah, I figured as much. Happy they're doing a lot over there. Lots of cool stuff to come out, so if everybody wants to go check that out, like I said, you could ask for it for Christmas. It's Happy, I think it's $8, right? Helps out Grant and them too, so. Oh, you're a beta tester? Yeah. Sorry, I was done. You guys catch up here. Lots of cool, yeah, a lot of new things. FS22 on your PC keeps getting corrupted. I've actually heard that a lot. And I'm not gonna lie, definitely seen that firsthand too. I'm not even gonna try to put my input on that because I don't know what causes it. But yeah, I've had that happen 3 or 4 times. Don't really know what happened to that. Yeah, $8 you were looking at. Yeah, so the beta tester, that would be awesome. But $8 is, I mean, you can think of, even without all the DLCs for what you get, the $8 and the way the game plays, especially if you don't have the money to have a PC or even a console, it's definitely worth taking a look into at least. Worst comes worst, you're out $8, and then long scope around $8 is really not a whole lot. You can make that in 1 hour pretty much anytime. Yeah, you hate it, Sam. Yeah, I think the worst part about it getting corrupted, and I haven't experienced it yet, knock on wood I won't, but it would be me if I had a series that was going strong and got corrupted. There's a YouTuber by the name of Southern Farmer, and Southern's PC has been corrupted 3 or 4 times, and he has had every series pretty much wiped, so. And essentially you have to go through and kind of hand pick. I did find, I found something where it said you can kind of look at a mod, and if it's got a certain, like, point version of it, usually that is a good indicator of what's not working. And the few times I've had corrupted and have done that, it's actually worked. So maybe look into that if it keeps happening. The county is now released to public now. Okay, Spencer, I'll check that out. I don't know. Like I said, it's kind of funny how that keeps happening. But anywho, yeah, I don't know that I played or seen that map. Spencer, if you want to join the Discord and put a link to it or somewhere, I can look it up. I haven't seen that map yet. Highly recommend it. Yeah, I'll have to play that. Is it pretty big? Is it more so like a Midwest map? What kind of map are we talking about? What is it? Okay, yeah, it's on the DR modding. Yeah, I've got DR modding, so I can go on that. We can showcase that on a live stream, maybe after Christmas sometime, a week or two after. Okay, it's a 4 times Iowa map. Yeah, the Iowa. Oh, older style. Yeah, the Iowa maps. Iowa maps are really nice. The only, like, one thing that I kind of wish somebody would come out with, like, true 1960s, 70s, and or 80s era, I'd like everything to look completely realistic, and that'd take a lot of work. And somebody might have one out. But the problem a lot of times you can run into is if, like, you don't turn the traffic off, have fun with a brand new car. And that's something, honestly, that I would like to challenge Giants to, is expand. They've got a lot of things going great for them within crops and other things, but I'd like to see the towns and some of just the scenery look a lot more North American than what it truly is. And that's a lot of that. That's nitpicking, but yeah. I think a lot of people agree with me on that too. So. I'm just chopping away at these. They're 30-inch rows soybeans, by the way, if anybody's wondering. Which back in the old days, in like sub 70s, a little older, and then early 80s. And I could be wrong. I think it was like at 80s. They had row crop corn heads that harvested soybeans. I think I've said that before, but and a lot of people you'd have to look it up. But there's like I want to say like a 1975 or a little bit older John Deere corn head. A lot of the time, a lot of guys in the Midwest converted over. They put the bean knives under them. Almost, it was like a circular bean knife looking ish, kind of, I would say. And essentially, it was just, yeah, you could do 30-inch soybeans with what was the base of a corn head and turn it into a soybean head. So, I've got pictures of one I use actually at work for plots. So you can only imagine. We pull it down the road and you get a lot of heads turn. I've talked to a lot of farmers too while we're harvesting, and they can say they actually remember when they used that. So it's kind of cool. Sam, how long is the stream gonna be? I don't know. How long have we been live for? We've been live for an hour. It's already 10. It's 10 where I'm going. I don't know. Probably not too much longer. we definitely won't finish this field. Put a little bit, so if you got to kick out, that's fine. But I'll be on for just a little bit. Like I said, tomorrow we got new video premiering, so, and then I'll have to start recording more videos. Cause that's the last video I had recorded, and then obviously I'm not gonna stream or record videos probably for a week, so probably take a week off. Then we'll be back at it. Which I guess we'll complete this. You have to go in a few minutes. Okay, Sam, that's fine. I guess we will. Let's see. What do we want to do here? We'll go over here and we'll park the combine, and then we'll run up and look at the new piece of equipment I got. We'll see if we can get that real fast. Alright. So yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll unload over here, and then we'll go look at that new piece of equipment I got in, and then we'll probably get off. Alrighty, that should be good. We can leave it there, it ain't gonna hurt nothing. So I think we'll be able to tab over to where I want to go. If not, we might have to drive. Alright, we can get out here. So essentially, I don't know if you guys saw this, we picked up an 1800, S1800. It's an old International. I just used it for, like this obviously, all those beans will fit in that. It'd be something we can take to other fields and don't have to use the auger wagon or the big semis at. And we'll run over here. Essentially, we needed... So this is a grass field, obviously, and we need to disc it up or rip it, because essentially I planted in this guys because I was wanting to see what it'd be like if they almost had like a cover crop mod. But yeah, essentially it kind of left some weird looking stuff, so we won't do that again. So we're gonna go ahead and we've ripped it up. So I did pick up a new tractor, an 8910 Case IH, and then we got the 425 foot planter, I believe. So yeah, we'll bring this up here, and then I got one other piece of equipment. So essentially, yeah, we didn't finish that. I watched another person's live stream and worked on this, so that's how it all got here, just in case anybody's wondering. We'll take this and fold it up, and then I did get a ripper, so we'll take it up here. Totally wouldn't actually do this in real life, but we got the big bud in there with the Kenzie planter. And then we got the John Deere chisel plow. We just traded your 8920 for a bigger 89. Oh, really? Yeah, the 8920 is the 8940. The 8940 had I want to say a little bit bigger engine. So yeah, anywho, basically, we'll get done. We've got that cornfield left on the right of that soybean field. We'll do that soybean field, do the cornfield next to it. We'll come back here, finish that up, and then we'll probably stream us ripping up this field and doing some other stuff. We'll get a nice sprayer and do some spraying and stuff too. But yeah. So we'll end it there. I will keep everybody updated when we'll go live next. I try to give a few days advance or a couple days advance, or at least the morning of before I go live, so we can get a little more engagement. So I'll see you guys in the next one.